here's some ideas to help you fix your paper to a board. Masking tape, taped along the edge, can be time consuming. Gummed tape, you'll be familiar with this stuff. This is used for stretching paper because the paper's put on wet and the gum tape holds this in position, and when the thing dries it shrinks to a drum type finish. If you're just sketching, you might just want to employ something like this, where you put drawing clips on your board. That can be a bit annoying because when you're outside sketching, the wind blows this. One solution is to put a rubber band round the edge, but that can be a wee bit fiddly. Here's a suggestion. Something like this, a flat board which employs U-shaped plastic channel. All you have to do when you buy the stuff is make sure that size accommodates the inside size of the channel. Now undoubtedly the best surface to draw on is one which is tight, demonstrated with this. As I explained a second or two ago, if the paper is soaked and put onto the board while it's damp and then the tape fixed along the edge, the whole thing dries drum tight. That wouldn't work for this system, although I have discovered that if you place a piece of paper with a plastic channel like that and soak this afterwards, either by applying a sponge or by running it under a tap, you'll find that this paper shrinks to a certain extent and you do get a fairly tight finish. That's why I'll mention later on that the best idea when you're cutting the board is to apply some varnish round the edge, because if you're going to soak this board, you're liable to damage the edge of the newly cut particle board. This piece of paper has been soaked in a tub. It's absolutely wringing wet and it's expanded a fair wee bit. I've put a towel down here just to save my marriage. And if you put the strip on like this by pushing it from one side, it tends to hold the thing in position. Do the edges next. Finally, the last long edge, which doesn't want to go on. That's it. Now you'll already notice that it's starting to cockle. In other words, sort of curl up. Don't worry about that. All you've got to do now is let it dry. To avoid any watermarks, as the water dries unevenly, just gently remove the excess. and later on, when that's dry, that'll be quite tight. Finally, and I hope this comes out okay, you can see that it does hold the paper quite tight, quite stiffly. There's yesterday's effort, which was a tonal sketch. This is not finished yet, but I'm quite happy with the whole thing. Hope this has been of some use to you. It's worth giving it a go. If you're in your local DIY store, see if they've got the plastic channel and the MDF which fit each other. Good luck painting.